Welcome to the June update, so we can find out what's happening. Look, no scaffolding in the central roadway. This hasn't been true for a very long time. It's great to see the work really coming on here. Roof's finished. There's a bit of guttering to do, but that will happen as we go along. So all this side finished, they're now fitting out inside. All the roofing finished there. Of course, we need to think what we're going to do with this block, but that's a problem for another day. But really good to get the scaffolding down. And here I am standing in the new wash-off area. No sinks yet, but that'll come. You can see we're in the middle of first fix fit out. Behind, we've got a disabled toilet and then through a door here. This is into the gents. Their showers and toilets at the back are here. So we'll show you next into the new den. Standing in the new den. All right, it's not quite ready either, but we're just about to do the final lime course on the walls. So it's still looking pretty rough at the moment, but that will come along. There's going to be panelling down from here, so that will make it look much better. This is actually a door for the wash-off area that's just been stored here temporarily, but you get a feel for what the size of the den is going to be like with all the kitchen stuff on that back wall there, which is why you can see all the cables hanging down where they've been doing the first fix. And this is the ladies' toilets and shower as well, although where the camera's standing, there'll be a handful more of lockers hiding out in here. Here it is gone. There was a telephone exchange here until recently. That came down last week, and they're now repairing the pointing on the walls for the brass foundry. The blue plastic is where the old window is going to be reinstated. And then this will be the end of the old oil store. And again, we're just sorting out the pointing, getting it sorted. So what we've got here now are just the historic buildings. We're in the Quarry Hunslet parking. So this is the idea, we'll be able to park a little Quarry Hunslet in here that can be seen from the Training and Research Centre. The Dean Mersey Group put in these rails last week, so joining this to the turntable, so we can move locomotives around. Really good. So we're very nearly finished. Nice handsome metal clad doors there. So this building is very nearly done. The roof's now on, which is great. All these lovely reclaimed slates. The only thing that hasn't been done is the lime fillet, which is where the slates join onto the rock. So that's still to be done. That's actually the hardest bit. We're standing in the wagon repair shed now, and I'm standing on one of the original slabs from the original building. So these are the slabs we very carefully lifted last year because they were lower down, and we've now reset as many of them as we can into their original position. Not all of them, but the majority. And then where we couldn't place the original slab, we've used other reclaimed slabs. We've also put a couple of bits of square bar in that show where the original rails were. The original rails were so rusted when we dug them up, there's no way they could have been put back. But this just gives you a marker. So John's now going to pan up and show you the roof structure and the quarry. This is going to make this, it's really quite a magnificent building. What's the railway always short of? Storage. So this is another storage area that will have a door in here. So obviously, the more storage we can create, the better.
Welcome back to the small loco shed. Fit out in the building and outside continues as and when we've got labour available. If you'd like to come and help out, there are quite a few remaining fiddly tasks to get us to the point where this is all complete and it's full of our lovely locos. Outside the shed, we brought the points into operation. connected up all the rodding and done some tidying up of the ground levels and around some of the drain covers and things like that. Inside the shed, the main progress physically has been on the water pipe installation. So you can see it coming into the shed there, a very large diameter, so we've got some decent amount of water to put into the locos, and then it goes all around the shed and has different outlets, or will have different outlets, so we can get the water into the locos easily enough. We've also done things like these buffer stops at the end, so they're all painted up and ready for the first locos to come in. So lots of little bits to do, but nothing so huge that we're worried about it now at this stage.
Inside numbers 1 and 2 Boston Lodge, we're still in the first fix. We haven't got a lot further this month, so not much to show you there. But I gather the most asked question is, what colour is this going to be? Well, it's not going to be this two-tone that you can see here. This is because this is really thick lime plaster, and because the weather has been so atrocious, it's taking a very long time to dry out. Once it's properly dried out, and we'll do that by testing the moisture in it, it will actually be painted, so it'll all end up one colour, and it'll be painted with a special lime paint that has minerals in it to make it much more long lasting, so it doesn't have to be repainted so often. But that's why we haven't been able to do it yet, because it's not properly dry. So lots of work going on site still. The practical completion date keeps shifting and shifting, and so we're now looking at July to get most things finished. But it's really good to be able to see so much progress on site. We are happy with the quality of what's going on. So come back next month and I might be able to show you the finished insides of some buildings.